So what I want is a menu. So I'm gonna actually show you exactly going up to rectangle, dragging a menu, making sure that you can see that in here you have your page deep motion and your rectangles under it. So it's jogged to the right so that you know it's in there. This is important because if it's outside, or like, let me see if I can do this. As you're, if it didn't get all the way in and it was right here and you try and export it, this won't show up. So you want to make sure that when you see, okay, now you can see what happened. We've had other files do this too, where a rectangle is up there. So what you want to do is get it, make sure that it's in deep motion. All right, so now I've got my menu. Well, since we're doing 8s, this will help with your eye to stick with it and make sure that it just feels right. So you can do like 88 or like 92, let's see, 96. Maybe that would be better for like kind of a heavier menu. We'll just play it by ear. And I'm going to copy this, Command C, Command D, and maybe have a spot for, I'm just using whatever colors I want really quick. A spot for the logo itself. I'm bring in the logo and maybe here. And so this will be kind of cool, as if we have a right sidebar. So I just held Option down. I did that a little fast for you guys. So click, select, hold Option down, drag, then grab the edge and hold Shift, and it will lock in place. Okay, so these are 91 right now, and I want this to be the same width as that. So this is 96. So we're gonna go ahead and break the grid. And here I'm gonna do this, let's say 96 up here. Whoops, and lock it, which it's not locked, sorry. There, okay. So now this one's 96, this one's 96. It jumps out of the grid just a little bit, but this is a stretchable grid and we'll let the devs worry about that one. It won't be that bad. So I think it just feels a little too thick. So we're actually gonna go down to 92, or let's just say 91. And I want 92. Okay, so we're gonna make this one 92, this one 92 as well. Okay, all right. And let's see. So I want to have like a big photo here and a nice like gallery button to click to, some kind of like shows which picture you're on, but kind of a unique one. Maybe a preview of the next image, and some nice scroll bars like down here or over here, and then just a blurb about the image. And I want to do something and show you how you can blur it. And let's see. So what I've already done is I've grabbed these images from NASA. Thank you. They let you grab them and use them, not for profit, but for just for an instance. So I think this one's really cool. I think that one would be a good one to use. So basically you just drag your image in here and you can move it around, but I'm going to keep it up there just for the heck of it right now. And before we get into the image stuff, I want to jump back and I'll show you these colors. So what I did, whoops, is this color right here is the NASA blue. So I I use a thing from MDS, really nice guy, and it's called Contrast for Mac, but I don't know if Windows machines have this or not, but you can grab the color of anything you want and quickly grab the hex color. So I grabbed that and I grabbed the red and went to colors. Let me see if I can grab this quick. So under coolers.co, you can drop in your NASA blue right here and you can lock it. You have to double click it, just a heads up. And then what I did is I screenshotted these just to drop them in to see if I wanted some of the colors. But you hit spacebar and it will create color schemes for you, which is cool. So like these might be like subtle accents or anything like that. It's really nice. So I'm going to jump back here and I'm going to grab these colors, and we're not going to get there yet, but I'm just going to, I didn't want you to be looking at these and trying to figure out how I got them. So I'm just going to look through and find some of the ones that I like after we've laid this out. So before I drop this image in, well, I might as well, since this is the landing page, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in. So landing page, boom, make it huge. Option Command left bracket will take it all the way back. So you can double click it and like go to image crop and like shift it over a bit like that, do all sorts of stuff. But I think I like it like this, just really full. It's just such a neat blue. And now I'm going to work on this bottom area. So you've got kind of a section for your logo and then a menu. Then like a secondary menu might be up here. And then like social icons, stuff like that. What you want is your eye to move through this. So I'm going to hold Option, bring this down here, and see your eye will take that straight down and catch this section too. So if you have sections that are up here with lines, your eye will actually go down and capture that in your mind and say, this feels good. So it's all this balance and like using the grid in the right way and not overusing it. So I think this will be like the gallery button. And we're just wireframing right now and holding Option. And maybe this one would be bigger, like 128. And I don't know. And then like having a secondary image right here. So I'm just gonna make that like this would be an image of the next image. And this 92, what we'll do is just come up here and say 92, hit enter. And so this will be our back, and then I'll put a forward button on this menu. That'll be kind of cool. So this will be like the color, and I think we should figure out that color now. So the highlight color probably should be something bright that goes with this blue and the red. But I think reds, sometimes you deal with, when you have black on red, the contrast is too hard to read. So you want accessibility and thinking about that. So I love this Prussian blue, and I think I'll just look at grabbing some of those. So I'm gonna create another box, and when you're in here and you click the fill, you can go to your eyedropper and hit that blue. And I'm wondering if that yellow will work. I like that orange, but I'm thinking this yellow, less mustardy, would work. And let's see, some of these grays are really nice. Just it has like some of that blue in it, but it's just really nice and subtle and a nice dark gray to use. So after we do this, just grabbing a few colors, and yours might be completely different, we can always come back and grab something else, but I'm going to come back and grab that initial NASA blue. Okay. And we want this pretty simple. So I'm going to grab this one, and let's go ahead and go to fill. So when we select this, we go to fill, and now we're on yellow. I'm going to hit this button here and hit plus, and we'll just say NASA yellow. Yeah, their brand guidelines guy is probably screaming right now, but we're just doing it. So we'll go to our fill now on this one and click that yellow. Okay. So now that we have the chevrons here, this looks a little thick, but it will be nice and small. So with 8s, I like to keep it under in that division. So 16, 24, 32. Yeah, that's right. So we'll do 32. And let's look and see what our dark black could be. And it could be that one or this one. But let me go back here and grab this darker. Well, it's not that dark actually. When you click on it, it grays it out a little bit. So what we'll do is use this one, click this, and use this, and I like to skip these in the circles, so try and push down a little bit. Keep it in the blue so you can see it's not straight gray, it's not blue, but you can bring it down just a little bit and it will be in that same value, but it has a little bit more black tint that we want. All right. So let's go ahead and make this NASA blue black. Okay. And I'm going to make this blue black and make this white. So now that we have the blue black, I'm going to hold Option on this chevron, and since it's the same, you can either, go to Font Awesome and go to chevron, say chevron left. So this is the left one. You can copy it here by clicking it and then go back to Figma. I'm gonna go back and hit paste. So it's probably smart to do that. Sometimes I'll just blow it out where I'll outline it, but I want to keep it in Font Awesome for right now. Just devs would like that too. So I'm going to make this black. So now we have our nice big image and our chevrons. And I'm thinking this feels just a little bit too big. It might be just too wide. So let's drop it down and go to like 78, something like that. And do the same thing here. And since these are the same, we can click that link and drop this to 78. And put it in the middle. And same here. So we're going to make this 78 and just drag that up and then bring it back to 78, or just type it in. Okay. So now that we've got, yeah, I feel like that's right. So this one would be going down to 78. And if you can't see these grid lines, you can always click the name of it, come back and bump this up on columns. So like I don't design it with it like that, but you can use it like at 6% right now just for the heck of it, and then we'll get rid of it pretty quick. So it'll lock on there. And so I think since this is the gallery, we want that to be the hot color too. So I'm going to bring it down to the yellow, and maybe this one, let's see, 144, something like that might begin. So this one could be a little bit larger, but I think we'll keep it there and bring this down just a tiny bit to 128. So this is 128. All right. So I've already grabbed some of the text in here from the NASA segment. So I'm gonna, whoops, don't want to do that. Just grab some of the initial paragraph, because you want this to be really clean and simple, and you don't want to crowd it. So I'm going to drop this into a new paragraph, left justify, and we want this to float on this background, but we want it to be really readable, easy to read. And this would be our subheader. I'm using Nexa for the headers, and Acumen Pro for the text. Really nice to read, kind of like Helvetica a little bit. So just follow along as I'm going. So we've got maybe a big, like huge. I think we'll look at that quick and lay that out eventually.